was easy.
Yes, it was. We played a little bit of that, did we not? That was off the Rumors, Fleetwood Mac. And the rumor is, at one point in time, as far as the music people industry keeps track of the powers that be that keep track of that kind of stuff, records and stuff, and titles and stuff like that. At one time or not, and it still might be, the Rumors album was the biggest selling album in the world, if I'm not mistaken, or at least in the good old USA terra firma type place thing. So yeah, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that at one time, I know for a fact it was at one time. So there you go, a little bit of music trivia for you, only from the Captain Boomer's morning shows, because like I've told you guys before, I scour the earth and I go over all my data, not on Star Trek data and stuff like that. I'm always seeking out and trying to find informative information for my boomers out there. And here's one right here for you guys. You will only hear it here. That is if I can find it, then I can share it. But if I can't find it, I can't be sharing it. Here it is right here. It's right here. It's called, another sponsor for you guys. You might want to check them out. If you're ever in a bad accident, or anyway, any kind of fraudulent activity, or a little accident that's not your fault, that kind of thing. So you might want to give these guys a call. They are the they at one time were the personal attorneys for the Three Stooges, Lily, Moe, and Curly. Anyway, they are known as Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. And yes, they do. And you guys give them a call, and I'll tell you one thing, like I told you before, guys, right now they got a hell of a deal. All month of December they are running. You check in with those guys, and you are going to get a free cervical collar when you leave their office. Yes, a free cervical collar, and you ain't going to find that just anywhere. Trust me. Free cervical collars, and hey, you might put an extra couple grand in your pocket too. So give them a call, and it's the way to go. And also, you guys, don't forget about your senior discount cards. You can get them through here. Just call the station and stuff like that, and or you can get a hold of me some other way, or just the studio, and we'll zap you up. You might have seen them on Facebook before. I put stuff out on Facebook for you guys. Anyways, it's called Don't Forget My Senior Discount. I just call them your senior discount cards, and we'll zap them right out to you. Just give us a shout out, and we'll be sending them out to you too. Yeah, only here. And one more plug we got to get out of the way. It is the Family Members Med Plan. That's where the whole family, if you guys are on the same kind of meds, why not just buy them in the bulk? And you can get that information directly from Captain Boomer's morning shows here. You can get that information on the Family Members Med Plan. Half of us are on meds anyway, or whatever. Why not buy it in the bulk for your family, and you can save yourself a ton of money. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeehaw is right. Thanks, guys. Thank you. My studio audience here. I love you guys. You guys are the best. Like Maury says. And you guys are the best. What a joke. Alright. Goes the weasel. Anyway. Time for another sip of this delicious coffee. Yeah, Mom, I think Santa Claus is going to bring me, get me for, because I've been a good boy. He's going to get me maybe one of those current coffee things down here in my studio, so I don't have to run upstairs half the time. I don't have to worry about taking a whiz. I got my little bathroom right next door. I'm as snug as a bug in a rug.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, Rod?
I tell ya, we want the group here. We want 2 pitchers of beer. We want one every 7 minutes until somebody passes out, and then after that, give us one every 5 minutes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rod. All right.
Hey, everybody.
my name's Pee-wee. What's
Hey,
yours?
Pee-wee.
La, la, la.
Okay, I'd like to give a shout out to some of my supporters out there. I think what I'm going to do here, because I'm not really, well, I don't know, I shouldn't probably say, I'm not happy with what numbers I'm coming in with, but anyway, that's still not going to deter me from, damn it, getting some boomer stuff out there. This must be my density. I don't know, I don't get it, but anyway, so I'm going to give a shout out to my beloved Stillwater, Milton, Florida, Hastings, Minnesota, St. Matthews, South Carolina, and of course my beloved Twin Cities, Mankato, Maple Grove, Pequot Lakes, Iowa City, Iowa, Farmington, Minnesota, Buffalo, Minnesota, and that's some of them. That's some of them. That's not really all of them, but I am happy and I'm proud and honored just to have a list like that at this juncture in my little broadcast endeavors here, career type thing. You betcha. So thank you guys. Thank you. And I want to give a shout out to the Looney Crooner. The Looney Crooner, maybe you've seen him before. He's also on medication. I have everybody on this show of mine is medicated. Yes, we're all medicated. As maybe most of my listeners, all three of them, you guys might be medicated too, and that's good. And maybe you should check into the family members med plan. You guys, I'm telling you, it's worth the money. And what do we got over here? Oh, we got to give a plug in for the MARS people, MARS, which stands for Medicated and Retired Seniors. Medicated and Retired Seniors. Yes, you betcha. Because
that was easy.
You guys want to get better deals? This is better than ARP. It's much better than ARP. It was voted by J.D. Power and Associates. You know, that's people that do the car things or whatever the hell. I still don't quite get that. But anyway, yes, they've been voted better than ARP out there for seniors, and boomers, and stuff like that. So, check into the MARS program. And where are you going to find out? It's right here, of course. The only podcast program out there that is 100% boomer orientated. Thank you. Oh, and one more thing. That's right. And don't forget, Captain Boomer Show is also a community service podcast program. And I think I explained it to you before, but if not, if you didn't hear it, it's all about if you get caught with your pants down, if you're a naughty boy or girl, and you get in trouble with the law, and rather than do jail time or get a fine or something, you just have to listen to, depending on the severity of your crime, you just have to do 3 hours of listening to my programs, Captain Boomer's morning podcast programs, 3 hours, and your fines will be lessened and your jail time will be lessened. In some cases, both of them are dissolved. So it's worth to check in, and that's a good program. And I'm working with the community service, the police officers on that program. So check it out. It could be the way to go. Yes. And I told you I wasn't going to play anymore. What was it? Okay. Oh, I'm telling you, man, we just hit you know, you get that brain freeze kind of thing, and all of a sudden the whole world just turns like a cricket, you know? Yeah. We don't want cricket time on my show. Hell no. We want to keep the flow, baby. So how do we keep the flow? You guys got any ideas? Well, that's another thing I wanted to do. I'd like my cousin Susie, my brother Bruce to give me a little bit of feedback. Oh, yes, and, oh, shut up now. Shut up. Shut up. Ah, the boing got rid of him. I like that one. Okay, oh, yeah. Don't forget, guys, on a serious note, January 28th coming up. January 28th, it is Agent Orange Awareness Day. I think it was on that day back in 1971 that they finally wised up. The powers that be, either was the government itself, maybe it was Pentagon, maybe it was, I don't know, maybe Monsanto and Dow Chemical Company got a little bit of heat, of which we probably never heard about anyway. But that is the day, January 28, 1971, they disband the program known as Operation Ranch Hand. And that program had one intent, and one intent only, was to saturate parts of Vietnam, parts of Thailand, parts of Cambodia with a super duper agent that destroyed the foliage. And they figured that if there was less foliage for the little bastards to hide in, it'd be easier to spot them, find them, and kill them. But the only problem was they never did check into the severity of this thing. So they wanted to get it over with as fast as they can, I think. It just still drained out for years, but there's reports and stuff coming out over the years that these guys, and it wasn't the U.S. government, it wasn't the military's fault, they didn't know. Had no clue what the hell this thing was going to do years later. But anyway, they used it 20 to 30 times the strength than Farmer Johnson back in Iowa would use in his fields to get rid of his little weeds. But you're talking about these guys were trying to half crates of stuff would just about wipe out small trees and anyway, 20 to 30 times stronger. Can you imagine using anything in your house, a cleaning agent, whatever, 20 to 30 times higher? Can you imagine putting something on your face, 20 or even a pill, 20, 30 times its strength? A lot of us wouldn't be here today. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. January 28th is, please. Oh, and by the way, the deal with that is, please, if you can on that day, and put it on Facebook too. That'd be great. I would really love to see. If I even see a couple people on Facebook wearing orange that day, well, I'd be honored, and I'd really love to see that. Agent Orange Awareness Day, January 28th. Please, guys, wear some orange and put it out there, will you? Put it out there. It's a devastating thing, and people don't think about it. This stuff here is more devastating than a lot of different wars ever had. I mean, wars ended, that was kind of it, especially World War II in Korea. But that lovely war of mine, Vietnam, still around. You ought to see some of the stuff, the devastation that stuff does. Anyways, okay, on a more less serious note, we're going to have that, my Christmas program is going to be coming up. I think I mentioned before, on December 23rd, we're going to be having a Christmas show for you guys. And probably even have some of my family members, and I think it'd be kind of fun, especially with the grandkids. I'm going to maybe get the grandkids on to say a few things, and maybe we'll sing a song or something with the grandkids. I would love doing that. It would be great. And if you got, of course, most of us boomers do have grandkids. You know the magic of having grandkids, and you know, to me, there is no stronger love than love for your grandkids. And yeah, because that's what it's all about. Through everything else and all the other crap and the bills and the mortgages and the cars and the this and that, the bottom line is love for family and love for your grandkids. And maybe that's why I'm doing this too sometimes. You know, I would just like maybe one of my little programs, I would set aside a little CD or two for my grandkids maybe someday or one day, maybe to listen to it. Because I had one grandma and growing up, and you couldn't hardly understand a single word she spoke, but nonetheless, I felt her love. And she was Ukraine, and of course she talked like this, candy, 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 She always had lemon drops for me, and I'll never forget that. There's just some things that we don't forget, right, boomers? We just don't, and they're just simplest.